What's your interpretation in terms of the language we're getting from this work report this morning, Hui Shan? What sort of is perceivably keeping them up at night with regards to some of the concerns around the debt risks, financial risks, real estate risks, and also in terms of saying that, this is going to be not easy to achieve. I'm curious to know what you make of sort of the language here.
If these, these language you just described, to us, it makes sense. That suggests that policymakers are aware of problems in the economy. For example, you said the target for a new job creation, 12 million. That's 1 million higher than last year's target, 11 million. So I do think that tells us they worry about labor market weakness, and that's one area of focus. They're setting a higher job creation number to signal and also to tell us that the old model of a property infra-driven economy, we have to rethink it because perhaps the labor market and people having jobs, having income, supporting domestic demand and consumption, slowly but surely they are recognizing those are more important.
Hui Shan Martin here. Let me quickly jump in. I'm glad you're starting to talk about this because I remember not that long ago, back in the day, the golden number for GDP in China was 8%. That was the rate at which they needed to grow the economy to absorb about 10 million new entrants into the workforce, including graduates, every year. How do you go from 8% GDP growth, 10 million jobs, to 5% GDP growth, significantly slower, and still end up creating more jobs, 12 million?
Right. So if you think about the trend of growth in China, over time we should expect the growth to come down. Right. The urbanization, the rapid expansion of cities, that translates into infrastructure and property. Those are things of the past that you can't count on those sectors contributing the same amount of growth 10 years ago today. So growth will come down. Your question, why growth rate is coming down, but we are expecting to create more jobs. That may have something to do with the structure of the economy. If you are generating more of a service-oriented economy, which is more labor-intensive, then you should be helping alleviating pressure in the labor market and having more jobs created. So I think the structure of the economy is also important. Labor market have been very weak over the past few years. Partly is due to COVID and the damage to the service industry, which hire a lot of people.